People were probably astounded by what they were seeing because clearly the ocean floor had enormous changes in relief. To get a sense of just how deep trenches are, if we take the height of Mount Everest.
For decades, scientists thought the Mariana Trench was a silent part of the Earth, just water and stillness. Far beneath the waves of the Western Pacific, the Mariana Trench, the deepest point in all the world's oceans, has suddenly become a source of concern to scientists and the world. Following recent scans by AI, the vast scar in the Earth's crust turns out to be something more scarier. Join us in this video as we unravel the shocking revelations from the Mariana Trench just scanned by AI. What AI found in the Mariana Trench. For nearly a decade, a strange sound from the Mariana Trench baffled scientists. Human ears and traditional methods could only take the mystery so far. However, just recently, AI made possible a powerful breakthrough. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration teamed up with Oregon State University to approach the problem with artificial intelligence. They built a system that could listen endlessly, sifting through thousands of hours of underwater recordings. What would have taken a lifetime for a single person, machine learning handled without pause. Instead of leaning on human assumptions, the AI searched the raw data itself, separating random ocean noise from repeating signals that might reveal life. It transformed the deep sea into something new, a searchable library. The turning point came when the AI results were compared to years of whale sightings. Observers had carefully logged when and where bride's whales appeared near the trench. When the data lined up, the answer became clear. In 9 out of 10 cases, the biotwang was present when the whales were spotted. For the first time, scientists had confidence. After 10 long years of speculation about unknown species, even whispers of alien visitors, the mystery was solved. The biotwang was the call of bride's whales, echoing from parts of the ocean we rarely reach. The sound finally had an identity. What once seemed otherworldly was, in the end, a hidden voice of life on Earth. This success revealed the true power of AI. What once seemed like a ghostly voice rising from the deep became structured data, tied at last to a living creature. The ocean still holds countless secrets, but this breakthrough proved that advanced tools can uncover answers beyond the reach of human effort alone. Solving the biotwang mystery felt like a victory, yet it also opened the door to an even stranger discovery, hidden in the trench's shadows. How did it all begin? When did the Mariana Trench come alive? Keep watching to find out. The Mystery Echo in the Mariana Trench. At the lowest point of the Mariana Trench sits the Challenger Deep, a spot so immense it dwarfs the Grand Canyon nearly 50 times over. Picture a place where sunlight never reaches, where darkness stretches endlessly downward. The trench itself runs about 1,500 miles, with Challenger Deep plunging more than 36,000 feet, 7 miles beneath the ocean's surface. For decades, scientists thought this abyss was silent. But in 2014, a team sent down acoustic instruments to listen. They expected the usual faint sounds, whale calls, distant rumbles of earthquakes, maybe the shifting of tectonic plates. What they found instead was something no one had ever heard before. A strange sound, lasting between 2.5 and 3.5 seconds. Researchers described it as a 5-part vocalization, starting with a low moan, sliding through eerie changes, then finishing with a sharp twang that reached nearly 8,000 hertz. It wasn't random. The pattern repeated again and again. Whatever it was alive. Scientists gave it a name, the biotwang. Among the familiar sounds of humpback whales and dolphins, this mysterious signal stood out. hinting that the deepest place on Earth may not be as quiet or as empty as we once believed. But then came something unexpected, a strange, unearthly sound that researchers later named the Western Pacific Biot Twang. The mystery? Its source was invisible. No cameras caught a creature. No ships reported animals nearby when the sound was heard. All the scientists had was a haunting signal, alive in tone, yet offering no visual proof. Over the years, experts scrambled for answers. Some believed it might belong to a species no one had ever studied, hidden in the unreachable depths. Others suggested it could be the result of immense geological pressures, creating bizarre acoustic effects. A few even questioned the instruments themselves, though the repeating pattern made that unlikely. How far would science go to unravel the mystery echo? Let's see. The hunt begins. By 2016, researchers at Oregon State University compared the Biot Twang to the calls of baleen whales, especially the dwarf minke, the smallest of the great whales. There were similarities, but nothing lined up perfectly. Minke whales had never been known to vocalize at such crushing depths. The mystery only deepened. Speculation spread. Some claimed it hinted at life beyond Earth. Others believed the ocean still shelters creatures and behaviors too rare for humans to capture. After a decade of investigation, the Biot Twang remained unsolved. A voice from the darkness, challenging science and reminding us that the sea still guards its secrets. And yet, this was only the beginning. What scientists uncovered next suggested that the trench might hold dangers far stranger and far more unsettling than anyone had ever imagined.
At the Mariana Trench, human life is impossible. We're not equipped to resist those kinds of pressures. And so it's necessary to protect humans from that type of an environment.
At its deepest point, the pressure inside the Mariana Trench is more than 1,000 times what we feel at sea level. That kind of force would crush a regular submarine in seconds. Only specially engineered vessels can descend without being destroyed. Down there, it's a world of endless night. Sunlight never reaches the bottom. The only glow comes from rare creatures that light themselves from within. Temperatures hover just above freezing, turning survival into a constant battle. The challenge of exploring it shows just how extreme this place really is. Dozens of robotic rovers have explored the surface of Mars, yet fewer than 20 people have ever visited the trench's deepest point. In some ways, we understand another planet better than our own ocean floor. Life in the trench survives on scraps. Oxygen is scarce. Food nearly non-existent. Most creatures rely on marine snow, a slow, delicate drift of plankton, shells, and tiny fragments of organic matter falling from above. Without that fragile rain, the ecosystem would collapse entirely. And still, barriers remain. Machines fail under the crushing weight. Human missions demand years of planning, staggering resources, and enormous risk. Within the trench, ridges and valleys isolate life into hidden pockets, letting species evolve in secret ways. For every discovery, new mysteries surface. The trench is Earth's black box, a locked vault of history and life waiting to be opened. And yet, even here in the silence and the cold, something was making sounds no one could explain until AI made the discovery. Would the world ever remain the same after this discovery? What else lurks in the darkness? Keep watching to find out. Shocking reactions to the Mariana Trench discovery. When scientists confirmed that the sound came from Bride's whales, the reaction was a mix of shock and excitement. These whales are not rare. They are medium-sized baleen whales found in warm tropical seas, moving through oceans around the world. For decades, experts assumed their calls had already been well documented. Yet no one had ever recorded anything like the biot twang from them. The call itself was peculiar. Instead of the long, flowing songs or deep moans often linked with baleen wails, this sound unfolded in 5 distinct parts. It began with a low moan, shifted through rising tones, and ended with a sharp twang climbing into thousands of hertz. Its structure was unlike any known whale song. Researchers began to wonder if this was regional behavior. Just as human groups develop accents and dialects, animal populations may evolve unique communication styles. Perhaps the bride's whales near the Mariana region had created a call all their own, separating them from their relatives across the world's oceans. But the revelation only deepened the puzzle. If whales elsewhere use different calls, why do these ones sing with such unusual voices in one of the most remote and forbidding places on Earth? The environment of the trench may shape the whale's behavior, but no one can say exactly how. The true purpose of the biot twang remains uncertain. Some scientists believe it plays a role in mating, others think it helps with navigation, and a few suspect it reflects a level of communication we still can't understand. The mystery didn't end, it simply shifted. Even creatures we thought we knew still hold secrets. And while whales sang their strange songs above, something far more alien was thriving in the mud below. Life that would rewrite the rules of biology itself. What was this sinister thing lurking in the shadows? Keep watching to find out. The hidden world beneath the Mariana Trench. This hidden world came into focus when a team from Shanghai Jiao Tong University partnered with researchers at Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. Together, they turned their attention to the microscopic organisms buried in the sediments of the trench. What they found was staggering. Nearly 90% of the microbial species had never been seen before. 9 out of 10 life forms in these samples were entirely new to science. The scope of the study was massive. More than 1,100 sediment samples were collected, and over 92 terabases of genetic data were processed, making it one of the largest genetic surveys of the deep ocean ever attempted. The results painted a picture more alien than anything we've mapped in space. Telescopes can chart planets, stars, and asteroids, but this vast microbial community had remained invisible until the right tools brought it to light. The trench, it turned out, was a treasure chest of life, hidden in silence, waiting in the dark. Even more remarkable was how these microbes survived. With no sunlight to fuel photosynthesis, they relied instead on chemical reactions within the Earth's crust, drawing energy from the planet itself. Some microbes in the trench fix nitrogen, making it usable for other life forms. Others recycle sulfur, keeping the deep ocean's fragile systems in balance. These lessons reach beyond our planet. If life can survive under crushing pressure, near freezing water, and total darkness, then worlds without sunlight, planets or moons far from Earth, may also harbor living systems of their own. The trench has become a living laboratory, reshaping how we think about biology and the search for life beyond Earth. But microbes were only the beginning. When scientists looked closer at larger animals, they found evolution performing the same trick again and again. The Mariana Trench doesn't just hide strange creatures, it reveals how evolution repeats itself under extreme pressure. Genetic studies showed that completely unrelated species, snailfish and amphipods, 2 animals from very different branches of life, ended up with the same survival mechanism.
It's exciting to see people connecting with a deep sea species. Many deep sea organisms like this one are very beautiful, very relatable, our deep sea neighbors.
Both rely on a compound called trimethylamine N-oxide, or TMAO. This molecule protects their proteins, preventing them from collapsing under the crushing weight of the deep sea. By producing large amounts of TMAO, these animals can function in places almost no other life can endure. What does these amount to for us as humans? How did the world not discover all of these until just recently? Let's find out. Convergent evolution. Scientists call this phenomenon convergent evolution. It means that separate species with no recent shared ancestry still stumble upon the same solution. Like a pianist pressing the same keys on different instruments, evolution produces similar music, even when the players are far apart. This pattern suggests that survival in harsh environments may follow limited pathways. There are only so many strategies life can use. And when the pressure is high enough, literally, evolution guides species toward the same set of answers. It opens a new way of thinking about adaptation. In the darkest, most hostile corners of the planet, life finds not infinite possibilities, but the same few reliable keys. If the trench forces unrelated animals to solve problems in similar ways, then those same rules may apply beyond Earth. Alien life facing extreme pressure, bitter cold, or total darkness might also lean on the same handful of chemical tricks. Astrobiologists see this as hopeful. Instead of infinite unknowns, there may be universal principles that shape life, wherever it appears. The Mariana Trench becomes more than a remote oceanic abyss. It becomes a mirror, reflecting how biology works under limits that could match conditions on icy moons or distant planets. By studying it, scientists gain insight not only into Earth's hidden creatures, but also into the possible designs of life across the universe. Convergent evolution shows us that while the forms may differ, the answers to survival often repeat. The trench, silent and dark, offers a kind of map, one that may guide the search for life beyond our world. What more lies within the Mariana Trench and its amazing creatures? Does this spark speculations for new scientific tests and evolutions? Keep watching to find out. How nature favors the creatures in the Mariana Trench. Nature's repeated solutions are only part of the story. The real marvel lies in the engineering of the creatures themselves, the ones that endure where nothing should survive. Take the snailfish, soft-bodied, almost transparent, with flexible cell membranes and gelatinous tissue that bend under pressure instead of breaking. This delicate design allows them to glide through the deepest waters with ease. Or the amphipods, tiny crustaceans thriving in the abyss. Their bodies are reinforced with pressure-resistant proteins that hold together where normal proteins would collapse. They also generate antioxidants to shield their cells from stress and damage. Even Bride's whales, though they don't remain in the deepest zones forever, carry adaptations of their own, subtle changes that allow them to navigate a world where the ocean itself is a crushing weight. Some deep-sea creatures have muscles that can hold large amounts of oxygen, letting them dive far below the surface without gasping for breath. Their bodies are also built to handle the intense pressure changes that come with moving between sunlit waters and the pitch-black depths. All these traits reveal how pressure acts like a sculptor, shaping life into extraordinary models of survival. But these aren't just biological oddities. They're blueprints that could inspire human innovation. Enzymes that remain stable under crushing pressure could lead to breakthroughs in biotechnology. The antioxidant defenses of these animals might point to new ways of protecting human cells from damage. Even material science could learn from the designs nature has tested for millions of years. The trench, then, isn't just a mystery of nature. It's a library of resilience. By studying its living examples, humans might develop tougher tools, safer medicines, and smarter systems to tackle their own extreme environments. How long until the world gets to these evolutionary creations and medicines? Would we ever? Keep watching to find out. The greatest human sabotage, discovered in the Mariana Trench. For a long time, these adaptations seemed like perfect survival stories, until scientists discovered a darker twist. Even the deepest ocean isn't safe from human reach. In the Mariana Trench, More than 11 kilometers below the surface, researchers found amphipods carrying traces of toxic industrial chemicals. The shocking part? These were PCBs and PBDES, substances banned decades ago for their harmful effects. Yet, they're still with us. Carried by drifting marine snow and tiny microplastics, these pollutants sink slowly through the water, delivering contamination to the ocean's floor. This discovery made one thing painfully clear. No place on Earth, not even its most remote depths, is beyond the shadow of human impact. The trench acts like the ocean's sinkhole. Whatever enters the sea, chemicals, plastics, or waste, eventually drifts down and settles in its depths. But instead of vanishing, these pollutants become part of the deep-sea food chain. Tiny organisms absorb the toxins, bigger creatures eat them, and the contamination climbs higher through biomagnification. Shockingly, some trench animals carry more pollution than species living in rivers right next to factories. The very place once imagined as the most untouched wilderness now stands as silent proof of humanity's reach. The Mariana Trench, once thought to be pure and untouchable, tells a much darker story. It reveals how far pollution can travel and how stubbornly it lingers. Even at the edge of the world, life cannot escape the fingerprints of human activity. The trench whispers lessons and warnings alongside its mysteries, from strange microbes to haunting whale songs, and now the traces of our own waste. Its depths remind us that discovery never truly ends. If discovery never ends, what else would be discovered next? Are we not sabotaging our own world? Keep watching to find out. Newest discovery: in the Mariana Trench, world's deepest plastic bag. A recent study uncovered a shocking record. The deepest known piece of plastic trash on Earth is a grocery store-style plastic bag lying 10,975 meters down inside the Mariana Trench. Scientists discovered it while analyzing the deep-sea debris database, a massive collection of photos and videos from more than 5,000 dives over the past 30 years. The findings were eye-opening. Plastic made up the bulk of the debris, and plastic bags were the single most common item. Other materials like rubber, wood, metal, and cloth were also found, but plastics dominated, especially single-use items. Nearly 9 out of 10 plastic pieces logged were things designed to be used once and tossed away, like bottles, wrappers, and utensils. But the trench isn't an empty void. In 2016, NOAA's Oceanos Explorer revealed a surprising variety of deep-sea life: corals, jellyfish, octopuses, and more. That makes the pollution even more troubling. The study showed that in 17% of the plastic images, marine life was directly interacting with the trash, caught in it, tangled by it, or forced to live alongside it. Even at the ocean's deepest point, human waste has arrived, and it's reshaping one of Earth's most mysterious ecosystems. The ocean holds far more plastic than just a single bag, but this one has become symbolic, a stark reminder of just how deep humanity's impact reaches. What do you think about the AI revelations in the Mariana? Let us know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.